So the first thing you see when you walk in the door is the long table. Now this is a 6 foot table that's just a folding table that was old, and basically we would use it for picnics and it wasn't used that much. So I put a nice colored cover over it and made it practical for my craft space. So I'm going to start here on the left, and you'll see I have my computer, and underneath there I have a box full of different adhesive type products. I like to keep my computer up a little bit for my crafting surface so that I can have more space to work with. I feel that if I have my computer right down at the same level as my mat, it takes away from my workspace. I don't know why. It's just a thing with me. I have this nice auto light that has a it has a magnifier. I can basically take it down. Let's see if I can show you guys. Open it up. The light shines down there and it magnifies what's underneath of it. So you can see my ring, you can see my hand, my card that I'm trying to make. Just, it's really very nice light to have. Okay. Continuing on, I have another light. This one is just a small light that clips to the table. Just helps throw a little bit of extra light down onto my craft area. I have a basket with baby wipes and scotch tape and a notebook underneath where I can jot down ideas really quick. This light has a phone for your iPhone. Put it in there, but I haven't had any luck. I tried to tape myself making a card and it doesn't work very well for that purpose. So I put my headphones on it, and maybe someday I'll get a better thing that I could actually tape some videos of making cards or do some lives. I'm going to sit down so you can kind of get a feel for what I have here. So I have this Rae Dunn little plaque, and it says create. This is the only Rae Dunn that I have. I saw it at TJ Maxx, and I thought, how cute. This is a bowl, and in the bowl I have my blue and purple tape, which I use the purple tape most. I have an eraser, a pair of scissors, a sponge dauber, no biggie. A stamp that says believe in your dreams, which I think is an inspirational quote. In this little basket, I have all my Brutus Monroe surface sprays, my Brutus Monroe water brush pens, which are great things to use. I have some Brutus Monroe glitter drops. So that's what's in there. I have a sachet of good smelling stuff. This is my crocodile. I think it's what it's called. It punches 1/2 and 1/4 inch rounded corners. A little bit of foam tape in there. Here I have my Brutus Monroe mug and tumbler. Now the mug says create your own ending, and so does this tumbler. And I always add a little bit of tea there. And sometimes I'll take the tumbler out and use the cup for grabbing my essentials that I need right at my fingertips. But it makes a nice little decorative thing and very practical. So here is just a cheapo magnetic dish that I got from the dollar store. These are my Brutus Monroe cutting scissors, and they're really good. But in this, I have some inspirational stones. I think the stones, I like the word hope, and I think the stones, just rubbing them, it's just something that feels good. and soothing. And this one is, I'm not sure what, it's some kind of quartz. I'll go back a little bit so you can see better. It's nice. But really, the purpose of this is not to hold stones, but to keep the most used dies that I have. So I have a stitched oval, stitched rectangle, stitched square, and a circle. These are some of the most used that I have. I also have a little pair of snips for snipping dies. I have a Dollywood, yay! I have a Dollywood all-purpose tool with my name on it, but got that at Dollywood last summer and use it for if I ever need a screwdriver or to pry something open. I have some magnetic stones here that they were my son's and he was going to throw them out, and I thought they kind of looked very zen hanging out there. Button that says make lemonade, and I have this stamp that I received at the Brutus Monroe anniversary party this year, handmade by Tracy Schultz, and I love it, and I use it on all the cards that I make. I have a create your own ending tag that I cut off of one of the Brutus Monroe products, and that's Christopher Allen's slogan for his company. I've got this really nice caddy. It's full of tools, everything from Martha Stewart Pope tools to like cutting blades, my favorite pens, more cutting utensils, Sharpie, Pope tools, tweezers, more Pope tools, some glue, some Wink of Stella, some, I think these are Nuvo. Wait a second. Spectro Noir. I can't say it. You guys know what it is. A bunch of different types of scissors and just miscellaneous things in here. This thing, which I never use, it's supposed to like pick up things. It's just kind of gross at the top. It just reminds me of like used bubble gum. Ugh. I don't know. Maybe mine is warped. I also have my bone folders, and I have a Christopher Allen Create Your Own Ending Brutus Monroe ruler. All right, moving over here, this box, this little, just a little Tupperware bowl. I just thought it was a pretty design. Has a lot of important things in it. So I've got tape runners in here, and basically I'll use the cheapest tape runners I can find. A Lucky Penny, no, seriously, I don't know why that's in there. Different re-anchors for the things that I use the most. We've got the re-anchor for the Brutus Monroe embossing pad, Brutus Monroe detail ink, and some VersaFine re-anchor. I have in here also a bunch of essential oils that I like to use, but I have my Blistex, some other products for like keeping my hands hydrated, and essential oils. These definitely are, you know, very uplifting. You know, this one's called Sheer. I think this one's called Breathe, which I like to put in my diffuser. So those things are important to me. And then I have cough drops in there and gum, because it's important to me to feel like well hydrated, and also, you know, the different scents are very inspirational. And this is a die cut that I cut out. I'm just trying to find a card to use it on. Okay, over here I have mostly my glues, but I also have my Brutus Monroe Squeaky Clean. I have my Gina K Connect Connect glue, Brutus Monroe Craft glue. This is not this is not Brazilian blowout spray. It is water, but it's a really nice bottle and it sprays really well. So that's what I have recycled it for. I've got my art glitter glue, and just like little things like little sprayers and stuff. So, and a pin of Brutus Monroe with his angel wings. Okay, next up I have different boards. So in here I keep my Misty. I have a cutting board, which I do with my Heat and Boss. I've got the cutter and the I forget what it's called, but it makes lines on your pages. I'm really technical, can't you tell? This little basket holds my Brutus Monroe stamp microfiber. It's for cleaning off my stamps. And I have this ball, and you're wondering, why does she have a ball? Well, I have back problems, and sometimes I need to use that ball to relieve the pressure. In here you can see my inks of choice are Brutus Monroe inks. I think I have every single one of them. Lucky me. I'm a collector, and I have full set syndrome. As are all my stamp blocks. All kinds of different sizes of those. This one is my favorite. It's Brutus Monroe round. I have 2 of those because those are very nice. Those are really great. Back in the corner, I have my heat gun, a lantern in case the electricity goes out. I have been known to work during a storm, a lint roller for cleaning off my Sizzix die cut machine pads. These ink blending tools, which I would recommend to anybody who likes to blend their ink, which I love doing ink blending. Like this card here that I'm making, it's all done. All of it is done with these brushes. They are just incredible. You can see that one's really used. Here's a gigantic one. It's like so big. But here's another one that's kind of moderate sized. I don't know what it is about these. I know they sell them on different crafting websites for a lot of money, but I got these from Walmart and also from Amazon. And both sets were like $25. Like I spent no more than $25 on both sets. And I mean, I got tons of them. There's a whole bunch of them. Like there's probably at least 20 brushes there. I have my stamp cleaning scrubber tool, and I have a magic eraser, which comes in handy in the craft room. You see, I have a tea here, which I created myself. Okay, there is my Big Kick, which it was actually my sister Chris's, and when she passed away unexpectedly, I received her craft items, and I tell you, I didn't even know what a Sizzix was. You can see I reused my purple tape. That's why it's got little pieces of purple tape all over it. I had to watch YouTube videos to learn what it was, but I do enjoy using things that are die cut. I actually enjoy cards that have die cuts and became more comfortable using it. Here we have some card sizes. These are my standard bases, ivory, gray, you know, after I design a front. So, for example, here's a front of a card that I used ink blending. I'm going to put it on a gray piece of paper. This is a card that I received from Nancy Stamps. You probably are familiar with her YouTube channel. It's just a beautiful Christmas card. I just wanted it there so I can look at it and think of Nancy. Thank you, Nancy. Ta-da! So I'm so excited for Christmas. I got a Brother Scan and Cut, which I am learning how to use, and I have made my first cuts with. So I'm so excited about that. I can't wait to learn more how to use it and do custom type things. There's a laminator behind there too. And then this nice, I love this cabinet on wheels with sliding drawers. I received this I bought this at Aldi's. Aldis. I don't know if any of you have those where you live, but it's a really great store. Great that I came across this deal. But in here, I keep a lot of my extras, and you can see that I have stocked up on some products here to be used, and hopefully once I get a better desk that has drawers on the side, I'll be able to have a better system for storing all this stuff. But like down here are my glitter glazes and stuff. So, but for right now, it works. I have some scraps down here on the floor. Let's swing around to the corner here where I keep this cabinet cart that I got at, I got this at Michael's, and it's very useful as well. What I like about it is I can get these little tin can holders, these little tin cans with lids at the dollar store, like the Dollar Tree, for $1 each. I can cut up my little name badges that I put on the back of my card. So just give me a second here, I'll show you what I mean. I can trim these in advance and just glue them to the back of the card. And this just sticks right to the side of that cart. That's really nice. I have some small stamps and dies in that basket. I have a whole bunch of Nuvo drops of different styles. Nuvo glitters. I don't know. I just have all these different ones that I want to try. I think they're so pretty. I do have some stickles too, but these are mostly my sister's. I didn't buy these. Here I have all of my Brutus Monroe working stash of embossing powders and embossing ink, and there's more down in there. And then underneath here I have a little container of like works in progress. These are things that I'm working on that aren't done yet. I keep some scraps in there. I keep some extra paper underneath here too. Over in this corner behind this painting that I did are my Brutus Monroe aqua pigment, and these are very nice, and I really enjoy playing with these. Get a lot of use out of those. Okay, I'm going to open up the closet and show you the enormous number of dies and stamps that I have acquired. And I don't have a system yet for storing them, but you know, it's one of those things where I can find them, but I have to search a little bit. I mean, I know everything's in here. One thing that I have to cut back on is the red rubber stamps. They take up so much space. They're beautiful. I just love them. I think they're work of art, like a mini work of art. I mean, they're so detailed and they're so nice, but they do take up a lot of space. I have a whole thing of them in there and a whole thing of them down there. These little ones up here, and then underneath in this are the like the Kid of the Month, which I had to stop subscribing from that because they just take up too much space, but I do love them. I have obviously some wrapping paper. We have some cards that I have made, and here is my stash of papers. I have a lot of papers. A lot of them are my sister's, but then again, I have purchased a lot too through Brutus Monroe. As far as my go-to card base, it's this Nina Exact Index 110 pound. I couldn't find the kind that everybody talks about online. The Nina something else. I forget what it was. But this works really well. I like that. I like it. Up here, these two boxes has embellishments, and then this box has distress inks, and then more embellishments, and more stamps, and more projects that I'm working on. And this one is all full of red rubber stamps, and this one's full of washi tape and embellishments. Well, not full of, but that's where I store it. So recently I have purchased the job tickets to hold my projects in, but I don't really have the cabinet space right now to put those to use, but I keep all my stencils back there. So moving over to the final thing I want to show you. I purchased this cutting board at Aldi's as well. Haven't had a chance to put it up because I don't have the space for it. This cabinet was in our bathroom, but we remodeled our bathroom, and so I was lucky enough to get this cabinet. I'm going to show you some of the things I have stored in there. So on the bottom, I have some tablets and notepads. I have some extra papers and envelopes. Here I have a lot of Memento inks because before I learned about Brutus Monroe, I watched May, and she made a lot of things with these Memento inks, so I was really excited about those. but I'm not planning on buying any more. I like the Brutus Monroe better. I do have distressed oxides that I do like to use for blending. Here I have a bunch of envelopes of different sizes. I have some colored pencils, which I have a lot more of those. These containers here contain like embellishments. This container here is all deco foil stuff, which I haven't had a chance to play with much. I have a pack of Arteza Real Brush pens. And in here I have the Brutus Monroe clickable letters, which I'm going really fast right now because you're probably getting tired of watching it. This has my adhesive pages and like foam squares. And normally I'll bring this out when I'm making cards, but I didn't want it to junk up everything. And up at the top is just some extra storage. I have a Wagner heat gun up there, but it's a little bit too powerful for me. I'm almost afraid to use it because I'm afraid I'm going to burn myself. And then back in that corner too, I have an auto light. So I have plenty of light in here. I think it will definitely be even bright enough at night to turn off the light and craft. Here's my dream catcher. Actually, it was my son's, and since I took over this room, it's mine now. But that's it. I'm sorry that this video was so long, but I hope that you got a kick out of seeing some of my creation space, and I hope to be making a card for you real soon. Thank you. Bye.